For today's lecture, we're going to work with columns and make a small newsletter. So we're going to go to just get some text. I'm going to take you to project 3. And again, you can do this while I'm doing it in the lecture for you. We're going to download data 3 document just so we have some text. We will save it in your folder. And we are going to name it column practice. And we'll hit save and we'll put it in our folder. Then we're going to close this up, go into our folder on my iPad and find column practice. And there it is, ready for us to work on it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to have you do is set the margins to narrow. Again, a lot of this will probably be a review. If you know how to do it, just go ahead. I just go to Layout, Margins, and I'm going to choose Narrow. Then I'm going to select the title, Microsoft Office, and I'm going to create a title out of it. So I want to make it 72 point, uppercase, I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to resize it so it fits on one line. So I'm going to just go up to my font size and keep hitting minus until it's on one line. And there we go. Okay, we're going to then next select all of the data except the title. So go down and select it all. And then we're going to go to Layout and put it into 3 columns. And you can see what your columns look like. It leaves the title alone and it puts the words in the column. We're going to go through and we're going to justify the columns, and you'll see that they will be even on all sides. Then we're going to break up our paragraphs. If you look right now, it doesn't look very good because it's just one big long chunk of text. So this we haven't done before, but we're going to go to your Home tab, go to where we have our paragraph spacing, and then we are going to go down to the bottom here where it says add space after paragraph. So if we click on that, after every paragraph, there will be a blank space. And now you can see it looks a little bit better. We're going to clean up more of it in just a little bit. Select the word word. Mine is in the second column here. And make it 14 point, red, bold, underline, and italic. Then we're going to copy the formatting. So again, we're just going to go through and we're going to copy. And we're going to apply it to Excel. Remember, we select Excel and we hit this right here, the paste format. And we will do the same thing with PowerPoint. We will select it, choose paste format, and Entourage, the same thing in paste format. And now they're all red. They're a little bit larger. They're the side headings. We're going to take a look at our paragraph marks. So underneath your paragraph formatting, this option right here, your paragraph marks, turn that on. And you will notice that as we look through here, there's a blank paragraph mark right above the word word. So I'm going to click to the left of word and I'm going to hit my delete and get rid of that one. I'm going to hit to the left of the E in Excel and I'm going to delete the blank line. Same with Entourage. I'm going to put it to the left of the E, hit delete and delete that one, and the same with PowerPoint. I'm going to delete those blank lines after. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn off my paragraph markings. Next, we're going to click after the E in Office, hit your return, and you can see that's a pretty big font there. So we're going to select that line, just select that line, double click on it, and we're going to make the font size about 20, just to make a little gap between there. We're going to take and draw a rectangle in that spot. So I'm going to go to my insert and go to my shapes. I'm going to get a rectangle, and I want that rectangle to be as wide as my column. So I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to stretch it across to the right margin, and then I'm going to make it a little thinner. So it's roughly about 0.2 thick, and then I'm going to make it black. I can go through and make it black with a black border. Okay, and that's just my heading. If I wanted to type in something in that spot, I would just create a text box and put it above it. All right, then we're going to go through and add a piece of clip art. So let's click in this first column here and insert a piece of clip art from our photos. So I'm just going to do the sad computer. I'm going to resize it, make it about 1 inch tall, and then I'm going to wrap the text around. I will use tight. And you can see that when I click off of it, the text stays away from the piece of clip art. Remember, we do not want this clip art to be in the middle of the column. That makes it really hard for us to read it. So your best bet is to right at the edge of the column, you can line it up, the line with the column width, or you can bring it over to your left side. Let's go into that third column and insert an icon. And once they load up, we'll put an icon in there. I'm going to jump to, this is about Microsoft Word. So I'm going to go down and probably go to technology maybe. I could do something there. I could go to like business and see what's there. Looks like this little sheet there would work pretty well here. And again, once I put it in here, then I'm going to take a look at my wrap text options and maybe put it as a square. And that looks pretty good there. Okay, now we could adjust it. If you look at your document, it's a little bit beyond the first page, and we want it all to fit in one page. So we could make some adjustments. Maybe one of the things that you would like to do is maybe on this particular paragraph, you can see we could take off, we could remove the space after the paragraph right down here. Okay, now we didn't select the whole thing. Maybe we just want to do it with the side heading. So we can see that. We can go through there. We can use the remove space after the paragraph and just go through each one of these side headings and remove the space after the paragraph. Just like that. We'll do this last one. And then when you're done, you have and then when you're done here, you have a newsletter. The only thing that looks really bad is right down here, we have the word, the side heading, and this side heading should really be up on the top. So what I would do is probably go find another piece of clip art, or maybe I would insert another icon in there. We could go through, put a little icon in there. Maybe we need a little chart in there, and we could make it fairly small so everything still fits. Remember, we use our wrap text around it. And you can see how that pushed the PowerPoint, the side heading PowerPoint, to the top. We don't want just a heading at the bottom of our page. And you can see right now it filled it pretty well. And again, if you wanted to fill even a little bit more, we could take this and we could make that just maybe a little bit bigger. That was too big. See how it falls off the page. So again, we're going to adjust the size. Make sure when you put your clip art in here or your icon that it's not hanging over the side of the margin here. We want to make sure that it's within the margin of our text. And again, you can just move it around a little bit to see what looks good there. I can see I can make this just a little bit smaller so that everything fits on one page. Now you can go on to Project 11 and you're going to take your text and create a newsletter.